Okay, so for this recording, we will learn how to construct your demand curve using the demand schedule. So I have here an example. For this worksheet, you have to construct your demand curve given the demand schedule. You have here the demand schedule, you have the prices from 2 to 10, you have quantity demand 100 to 20. So after we construct our demand curve using Excel, we will copy and paste our demand curve below on this Word document. Okay, so the first thing that I will do is to copy the demand schedule here. I'll copy this to an Excel file. So um, I have here a copied version of the demand schedule. So after I have the information in my Excel file, the next thing that I will do is to highlight everything. And to be specific, I would just highlight just the numbers. You have the price and the quantity demand. I'll highlight them, all those numbers, and then go to chart. When you click on chart, you will see the different options for your graphs. The best option for this exercise is the scatter chart. I'll click on it, and then once I click on it, the different examples or types of scatter chart will appear, and from those 5 options I will choose the smooth mark scatter. I'll click on that, and then once I click on that chart, it automatically generates the chart that I want. But we're not yet done, because as you've noticed, in your y-axis, instead of the prices, basically it shows the quantity demand, which is basically incorrect based on the information that we got from the video and PowerPoint recording, audio recording. Your y-axis, which is your vertical axis, should have the prices, and on your x-axis or your horizontal axis, you have to have the quantity demand. So how are we going to construct the correct, or how are we going to correct this chart? The next thing that you have to do is to right click on the chart, and once you right click on the chart, you select the select data, click on it, and then once you click on the select data, you have here the information, the select data source information, everything about your graph or your schedule. The next thing that I will do is to type demand under name, and then I will go to the X values. I will highlight everything and then delete everything, and then when we said that your X values should show your quantity demand, once I put my cursor on the Excel file, it basically your cursor basically what shows a box shadow. I'll put it on quantity demand on the values, and then click on it and then drag it, highlight everything, just the numbers. There you go. Um, your X value should have your quantity demand values. So as you can see here, it shows B3 to B7. Your quantity demand falls under the B column. It starts with B3, row 3 down to row 7. So it says it basically reflects everything that you highlighted in this box. So B3 to B7, that's your X values, that's your quantity demand values. So for your Y values, I will highlight everything and then delete it, and then put the correct values, which should be the prices. So once again, once I put my cursor on the Excel file, you have here sort of like a shadow box. I will start on number 2 down to 10, drag it, highlight it, and then there you go. Basically shows the values that I highlighted: A3 A column, row 3. I started there and then down to A7, which is A column, row 7. So once I'm done with that, I'll click on OK, and it will basically show the correct graph where you have the prices in your y-axis, and in x-axis will be your quantity demand and a decreasing or downward sloping demand curve. So the next thing that I will do, once I find out that my graph is correct, right click on it again and then click copy, and then I will go to the Word document, and then I will paste it there. Okay, so I have my graph uh, copied and pasted in on my worksheet or in your Word document. So there you go. So your demand curve based on the demand schedule. Okay. So to give you another example, say for example, I have number 2, the next question or the next demand schedule that I need to graph. So we have here prices ranges from 150 to 350. Quantity demand ranges from 0 to 1000. So once again, the first thing that I will do is to make sure that I copy this demand schedule to an Excel file. Um, Going back to Excel, okay. So say for example, I have here the copied version of the demand schedule. The next thing that I will do again is to highlight everything, okay, just the values. Okay, go to charts. Wait, once I highlight everything, um, all right, highlight the values, go to chart or charts, click on scatter and then choose smooth marked scatter. It will automatically generate the graph. Unfortunately, we have to correct the x and y values or the x and y axis. So we will click on, so once again, the quantity demand is in the y axis, the prices is in the x axis. It should be the other way around. So we will click on, right click and then select data. Under name, we will type demand. For the y values, highlight everything and then delete. Your x value should have your quantity demand. Go to your Excel file, highlight everything, drag and copy all the quantity demand from B55 to B59. So B column, we start from row 55, which is your 1000, to row 59, which is 0. That is, or that are, those are the values for your x axis, and then for your y axis, delete everything and then go to your Excel file, and then you copy, drag, copy the value, the prices from A55, column A, row 55, down to column A, row 59. So A55 to A59. So click on OK. There you go. That is the corrected um, demand curve or graph. We will right click on it, copy, and then go to our um, Word document, Control V, or right click and then paste it. There you go, your demand curve. Okay, so hopefully this recording showed you how uh, or basically hopefully this recording helped you learn how to create your demand curve using Excel. All right.